Southern California. This doesn't require much context, but fires are becoming more frequent and severe. As you can see from the graphs, in the past 40 years has been an upward trend in burn area and fire frequency. So this is kind of a problem for communities and ecosystems. And so to better prepare for and manage these fires, we need to better understand fire behavior, specifically focusing on how fires spread. So this talk will kind of focus on vegetation-fire interactions, specifically plant stress at the edge of fire fronts. So to track vegetation stress, we use ETOF, the evaporative stress fraction. This compares actual ET to reference ET. This is highly related to ECOSTRESS ESI, for those of you familiar with that. There's also, importantly, an inverse relationship between ETOF and evaporative stress. So high ETOF represents low stress and vice versa. And this kind of lets us monitor stress over a region using these OpenEC models. And then we chose to use OpenEC because they provide these daily ETOF values to their API. And this is ideal for our analysis because it's allowed us to follow vegetation stress leading up to and following fire events on a consistent basis. In this project, we asked two main questions. What is the pattern of pre-fire vegetation stress and post-fire vegetation stress in the short term? So our hypothesis diagram kind of represents our predicted ETOF pattern. We predict that it starts at low stress. There's an ETOF spike and drop immediately pre-fire, and then that's high stress rate persists for a while until eventual recovery. In this project, we studied 10 large wildfires, each over 5,000 acres from the southwestern U.S., so Arizona and New Mexico, from 2020 to 2023. This region contains a wide variety of ecosystems, which makes it kind of ideal for this. And it's also very important to note that these fire perimeters were constrained by data availability, specifically ECOSTRESS LST data availability, as the last talk discussed. And that's just because of the nature of satellite imagery. And this matters because it constrained the fires that we were able to analyze and which perimeters we were able to access. Okay, so for fire perimeter extraction, we used ECOSTRESS thermal data to detect active fronts at 70-meter resolution. Areas with unusually high surface temperatures in this LST map, and usually 2 or more standard deviations above the mean LST were classified as this active fire edge, and then nearby unburned pixels serve as controls for us to use for comparison. The advantage of using this ECOSTRESS LST is that it shows us exactly where the fire is actively burning, which is crucial for understanding evaporative stress. So for each of the fire perimeters in this slide, we took an evaporative stress time series over these perimeters from 14 days before to 14 days after fire arrival, using day t equals 0 as the moment as the day that the fire arrived. And an important thing to note here is that OpenET provides polygon, but since each polygon had a known acreage, we were able to take a weighted mean to get a composite ETOF for each of the 28 days over each fire. So for our main findings, we saw, as you can see in the left graph, a consistent free fire drop in the experimental fires. So before the fire actually hit, which is notated by the dotted red vertical line at t=0, we saw a consistent pattern of ETOF drop, of about 29%, which is very significant, multiple days before fire arrival. And the same drop tended not to occur in the control areas, which leads us to believe that this is definitely a fire-driven response. And also it demonstrates that the vegetation is kind of drying out pre-combustion, which gives us insight into this kind of key physiological plant response. Additionally, we saw an occasional pre-fire spike in ETOF, where in a few of the fires there was a spike in ETOF just before the drop.